Hey guys, hello and welcome to this first tutorial on this mini series on how to create a simple basic HTML form. Well, first things first, what is an HTML form? Well guys, more or less it is a simple form like the ones you fill on pen and paper. You've got text fields and what all you have to do is to just input your details in there. So you're actually asking the user to input his details and then take those credentials and process them whatever way you like. You can ask for his first name, his last name, either his male, female, his birth date, password, whatever you want. So I'll be teaching you how to process this information and how to take that input. So to begin with, let me show you a simple website I made that implements these forms. Open up my localhost. And there you go guys, this is my cool website, and I've put in flying shoes here. I don't know why I did that, just don't ask me. So I've got two forms here guys, and let me show you the join form. So this page is a form, as you can see guys, and this is what the form elements are. I've got text fields, I've got description of these text fields which tells the user what he's supposed to enter. I've got a submit button, a nice little submit button in here, and let me enter a first name. What do I like? I like Sherlock Holmes. Oh my god, it's already there. Holmes, thank you. Show 6, and then the password can be Gucci 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 Boo. Let me submit this, and there you go guys. So welcome to Club Creative Sherlock Holmes. So let me teach you guys how to do all this cool stuff, and to begin with I need a simple text editor, and what I love is the plain simple notepad. So let me rush through the usual things you're supposed to do to create an HTML5. And guys, you can use any text editor you want. I like Notepad because it's plain and simple, and I love pressing this tab all the time. Adding a head to the page. What can be the title? Give it a title of hey, what the hell? The title will be my page, and the body is our ground zero. So there you go. So guys, a form is a simple HTML tag. There is nothing so special about it, and so as actually most of them, it starts with a starting tag and ends with an ending tag. So guys, these two tags here, everything that you're gonna do, this is the span of the form. Between these two tags, you're gonna place all your input elements, all the descriptions, the submit buttons, the radio buttons, the password fields, all the cool stuff you want. So to begin with, the first thing I want the user to know is what he's going to enter. Well, I want him to enter his first name first. So I'll type first name and break this line here. Guys, this here is plain text, alright? It's not an input element, it's just a simple plain text that tells the user that dude, you're supposed to enter your first name here. Next guys, I need a text field that actually gives the user space to work in. So the text field is an input, so the tag is literally named input. Now the input shall have a type. It can be a button, it can be a radio button, it can be a password field, it can be of type plain text and whatnot. So the first name guys will be of type plain text, right? Unless he's an alien, he must have a name in characters, so the type should be text. Alright, and let me break this line here guys so that it doesn't just jumble up into a single line. Next thing I want is his last name. Breaking this line here and adding another input right here. This input guys, I also want it to be of type text again, and let me break this line here. Let me save this page as my page.htm, no fancy extensions, and let me minimize this, and there you go. So here's our awesome form guys. This is the description of the field, and this is the text field, another description, another text field. So let me enter anything here. So as you can see guys, I am entering stuff, and but there's a problem. The browser doesn't actually know when I'm done entering and when is it supposed to take this input and process it. So obviously what's missing is the submit button. I need to add a submit button in here. So let me go back to my notepad file and create another input type. Yes guys, the submit button is also of type input. Well, the reason I don't know, but they kept the button as type input, maybe because you click on it and user click can be taken as an input. Well, the type I will define as submit. You need to remember this guys, this type is submit, and this tells the browser to actually put a submit button in there, and whenever the user presses it, clicks it, you're supposed to take all the information that he entered and just take it all the way to process it. So this was my old page guys, and this is my new page with a fancy submit button. Let me tap my name here, last name here, and when I press the submit button, it all vanishes. And where does it go? Well, it goes to the process. So, but there is a problem, guys. The browser doesn't the web page doesn't actually know what is the difference between the input I put here and the input I put here. They both are text, and the web page has no idea that this one is the first name and this one is the last name. So I need to give a separate IDs to these both input fields so that the page knows, yes, this ID belongs to this input, and whatever I type in here shall belong to that ID. Okay, so to put that ID, I need to name these elements, and to name these elements I'll simply name them. Yep, literally. And the name can be anything you want. Okay, so let me keep it something related to the field. Let me name it F name, and this to be L name. Let me save this, and guys, just keep an eye on this URL. It's gonna change. Alright, let me refresh this page and let me enter the name Sherlock again. Okay, there you go. Holmes, there we go. And let me submit this form. Now as you see guys, this URL here actually defines F name as Sherlock and L name as Holmes. So this new page that has appeared actually knows what F name means, it's Sherlock, and what L name means, it's Holmes. So I can use these name tags actually, if you can understand that, and I'll be showing you later how to use these. But there's still a problem guys. This URL thing can be a pain in the neck. Let me tell you why. Right now guys, I'm just entering first name and last name, and I don't mind if it displays it right here. But what if I enter a password? Let me take the password from the user, the input. Well guys, another thing, the input of type password cannot be text. If I keep it text, then it will just simply show up whatever I'm typing, and whatever cool site you'll go on, you will always see that the password is always covered with bullets and asterisks, so that the guy sitting behind you, doesn't sneak into your password, he doesn't see it. So to do that, HTML again has been cool enough to provide us with another type, and that is type password. It's pretty simple. I love HTML. So this type password will actually hide my text behind simple bullets or asterisks, depends upon your browser. And let me show you how this works. So let me refresh this page, and there you go, we have got a text field, and I'm sorry, I'm supposed to break a line there and it's again jumbled up, but no matter. Hi password will be something I don't want to tell you guys, and you are sitting behind me. Let me press submit, and oh god, it doesn't say. Oh, I'm so sorry, it still doesn't display guys. That's because I didn't give it a name. I'm so sorry. Let me give it a name, pass. Let me save this and let me refresh my page. Alright, first name hi, password will be, I don't want to tell you this password to you guys, and let me submit this. And as you can see guys, now I can see the password. Actually the guy sitting behind me can actually see what I've typed in the password, and I can copy it, and this is a breach of my privacy, dude. I don't want this to happen. So what can we do? Well, actually the flaw here is in the type of submission, the method of submission of this form. The method I'm currently using to submit this form is type get. There are basically two types of form submission guys. Let me tell you what these types are. The type we are using right now is type get. So if I save this page go back to my page and type something here, something here, and something here, if I submit it, it doesn't actually show any change. It still displays everything in the URL. But I don't want this to happen. So what am I supposed to do? What I'm supposed to do is change this method of submission to something called post. But this post here, guys, is a pretty cool thing. It does a pretty cool thing to give us some pretty cool features. Let me show you how this works. Let me refresh my page. Actually, let me open up a new tab. Close this browser. Okay, too much. Let me add a first name, Sherlock again, Holmes, and the password. Now guys, when I submitted my page, as you can see, there was no change in this URL. All the data I entered was purely confidential. You can't see what went in this URL, and this is awesome. Well, but there are a few glitches, because if you're using a type get, you can actually see what's popping up in this URL, and the page that's popping up can be saved. It can be bookmarked. But you can't do this bookmarking thing in the post method, because you don't see the full the full URL of the page. You can't bookmark it. But guys, if you see it by keeping security in mind, post is the best thing you've got. So I'd recommend you to use post. And well, that is it for now, guys. In the next tutorial, I'll teach you how this form submission works and what is a server. And in the later ones, I'll teach you PHP. And for now, guys, this is it, and I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.